Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Runnah Riptide, where we take you from the main current into the strong riptide that is running on the Cape and the islands. Welcome back, my friends. It's Juliana here. Here I am. Hello, it's me, Juliana. It's July, friends. How did we get here? No one even knows, but it is getting hot out there, and also the race scene is heating up. I'm so excited to bring you all of the races that we have lined up for the Cape and the Islands in the month of July. So let's head on into it because we have a couple of fun races on the docket, one of which you will actually find me announcing, and I'll tell you which one it is very shortly. So we're going to go in order of the dates that they show up on the calendar from the 1st of the month to the 31st of the month, So the first race we have is on Thursday, July 2nd, and this is the Cotuit Firecracker Road Race. And this is a 5K in Cotuit, Mass, with the race starting for the kids at 6 p.m. and the 5K at 6:15 p.m. And it's a great way to kick off your 4th of July weekend. And it's a nice, mostly flat, historic course in Cotuit. So go ahead and head on over there. On Sunday, July 5th, we have a couple of races. We have the Wellfleet 5-mile road race, which is a 5-mile road race in Wellfleet, Massachusetts. Who would have guessed? At 8:30 a.m. in the morning. And this is a long time tradition in the community. We also have the Paul White Road Race, which is also happening on July 5th, which is the Saturday. This starts at 9 a.m. and it's a cheeky 4.81 miles starting in North Falmouth. And you will find me here announcing the finish line and the starting line because it's the same area. So if you would like to see me, if you would like to pop in to a road race that I am announcing, I would love to see you there. It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit challenging. The hills are like kind of sneaky, but it's a really fun race. And come and join me as I announce the Paul White Road Race on July 5th at 9 a.m. Then we move over to Sunday, July 12th, and we have the Falmouth Sprint Triathlon. This race starts at 7 a.m. at the Surf Drive Beach House in Falmouth, Massachusetts. This race includes a 3rd-mile swim, a 8.5-mile bike, and a 3.2-mile run. So this is a sprint triathlon, not a full triathlon. And it is actually named one of the top 5 best beginner triathlons in the world. So go ahead and check that out. Saturday, July 18th, we have the Osterville Village Library Road Race, which I have actually run a couple of times. This is a 5K starting at 8 a.m. in Osterville, Massachusetts, and it supports the award-winning Osterville Public Library, which is really great. On Sunday, July 19th, we have the ASGCC Provincetown 5K Run/Walk starting at 10 a.m. in Provincetown, Massachusetts. And this is the largest annual fundraiser for the AIDS support group of Cape Cod, which is the ASGCC. And it is welcome for all walkers and runners. And I think this is a great organization and a great cause to support. So go ahead. That is the 19th at 10 a.m. in Provincetown and is a 5K distance for walkers and runners. On the 19th, we also have the annual 5K Poppy Road Race, which includes a Munchkin Run starting at 9:45 a.m., the Kids Run starting at 9:50 a.m., and the 5K starting at 10 a.m. And this is a very family-friendly event, and again, walkers and runners welcome on all of these distances, specifically these races that are more family-focused tend to be just a little bit more accommodating for everyone at any pace. Then on July 26th, we have the Dennis Recreation Road Race, and this is a 5-mile run and a 3-mile walk starting at 10 a.m. in Dennis, Massachusetts, and it also includes a free 1-mile kids fun run before the main events and supports the Dennis recreation programs and scholarships for local youth. And that is all the races we have planned for the Cape and the Islands in the month of July. If I did miss anything, please feel free to email me at runnapod@gmail.com, and I'm more than happy to amend what I have done and mention it in the next episode and hopefully put it on the calendar for next year. But that's what we have planned. And then we are going to get into our training tip this month. And I just did my long run for the week because I'm training for a 12-hour ultramarathon in August. I just did a 6-hour ultramarathon in June and covered, I ran for it because it was 5-mile loops. And so I finished my 6th loop around 5 hours and 30 minutes on the clock. So I didn't have time to go out for another 5-mile loop. So we called it a day at 5.5 hours, but ran for 5.5 hours, only fell 3 times, which is great. But I am kind of in the mindset right now, and I would like to share that mindset with other people, that we should be setting goals that scare us in a good way, at least a little bit. Training should be challenging, and also you should feel at least a little bit intimidated by your goals. Like I've been saying, like, if your goals don't scare you, then what are you doing? You know? And your goals should make you like a little bit nervous and also a little bit excited. Also, in the words of Andy Glaze, who is a profound and accomplished ultramarathon runner and a little bit crazy and a little bit wacky, and I love him to bits and pieces, he says, smile or you're doing it wrong. And I agree with that. So what I would like to impart to all of you is that if your goals are boring, if they don't scare you at least a little bit in a good way, and you don't feel challenged by your goals, and also you're not enjoying it, one, if you're not scared, you're doing it wrong, and you should start challenging yourself a little bit more. And this is all relative to you. A challenge could be maybe you take on, I have a friend who just ran like the vertical kilometer in Canada, which it's like almost a freaking like 90% grade of a mountain. But it's not like a distance goal per se, but it is very extremely challenging, and I would like poop my pants if that was me. So find a race that is like relative to you, that you feel challenging, or a goal that you feel relative to you is challenging. And one, if it doesn't scare you, what are you doing? And two, smile or you're doing it wrong. And our mantra on top of those other 2 things that I just mentioned, I would like to leave you with is one that I've seen a lot of people who run ultramarathons talking about, because people will ask people who run ultramarathons, aren't you scared to run that distance? Isn't it scary to like think about running for 6 hours, for 12 hours, for 50 miles, for 100 miles? And the answer is yes. It's terrifying. But one of the things that ultramarathoners know better than a lot of people out there, not everyone, but a lot of people out there, is we do it anyway. We do it scared, we do it nervous, we do it anyway. And the mantra we're going to leave you with is, I do it scared. And that can mean just like a little bit scared, you know, it doesn't have to be like absolute terrified, even though like when I show up to the 12-hour ultramarathon, I'm going to be freaking like scared out of my skin. But part of it is doing it even though you are scared. So just tell yourself like, I can do it even though I'm scared. I do it scared. I do it nervous. And also, if it doesn't scare me, what am I doing? And smile or you're doing it wrong. Okay, my friends, that is the end of our Runnah Riptide for the month of July. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, friends, if you would like more content from me, I am available 24/7 on YouTube under the Runnah Podcast, and also on all podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple, anything, you name it, Runnah Podcast, we are there. And if you have any questions, queries, concerns, comments, things that you'd like to tell me, go ahead, shoot me an email, runnahpod@gmail.com. And also hit us up on Instagram @runnahpod. You know, it's a nice, fun time. And don't forget, smile or you're doing it wrong. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.